Welcome back to our Wellness Wednesday. Now, earlier on, we heard the amazing transformation stories of REDAA, DOLLIE and RUSHANA ISAACS. But because it is a Wellness Wednesday here on Afternoon Express, we can't let the opportunity go for REDAA to assist us by a wonderful jam-packed workout. Of course, being helped out by RUSHANA. Now, this is just a 15-minute workout that everyone can do from the comfort of your own home. Now, listen, we just showed you something that you can do if you are not a sweater, which is me. But if you're someone who loves to work within your physical body, this is exercises for you. So I believe you've got 4 exercises for us today.
So I've got 4 exercises. Each exercise targets the entire body. So you're looking at a full body workout with just 4 exercises.
Beautiful.
So you can use those 4 exercises and try and push to do 4 rounds if you really want to. If not, 1 or 2 rounds also okay. And try and push for 1 minute per exercise. So 4 exercises takes 4 minutes. Complete 4 rounds if you can. Okay. If not, you complete as many rounds as you can.
How important is it to keep in mind and always remember the level of intensity your body can handle and not injure yourself?
Well, you have to listen to your body and see what you can do and what your body can handle. You don't want to overexert yourself. So do as much as you can, but try and do it in as little time as you can, because you also want to still get a result, you know?
Yes.
So you don't want to also prolong your workout. Try and keep it quick, effective, and simple. And that's what I'm going to do. 4 simple exercises that target the entire body.
I love that. RUSHANA, before we get you huffing and puffing, I have to ask you one question, Queen. When it came to pushing yourself to that ultimate limit and challenging yourself, how did you find that?
It was hard, but I just wanted to treat my body like a temple, you know? I wanted to start eating better, and that was motivation enough, and yeah.
To push through the pain. Well, let's push through the pain right now. Yeah. You've got your first exercise lined up for us. So, REDAA, you're going to talk us through, and RUSHANA's going to do it.
I will explain to you exactly how to do it, and yeah. So initially, I was supposed to do it, but unfortunately, you know, like I said, life's many curveballs. One has been thrown at me. Exercise 1 is a 1, 2, 3 with a crunch. So it's basically 3 high knees, and on the 3rd high knee, you will perform an abdominal crunch. Okay, so she'll demonstrate your 1, 2, 3, and then on the 3rd one, you will perform a crunch, and then you'll alternate. So this is actually a bit of a cardio exercise that targets the entire body. We're looking to elevate the heart rate, right? You want to keep your heart rate at a maximum so that you can burn as much fat as possible. So we're looking at really killing it during this 1 minute exercise. So that entire sequence, you do for 60 seconds. That's one exercise done.
Perfect.
Right? Once you're done, no, it's fine.
I know, I just wanted to find out from you, when it comes to doing it, I can only imagine your breathing is all over the place.
Very important.
And your muscles, if you're not trained, can also go all over the place. How important is it to engage every single muscle involved in this? And what muscles are the most important to remember, especially to keep that posture up?
Yeah, so with this one, you're looking at keeping your core tight throughout the exercise. Yeah. And once you perform your crunch, I actually want you to exhale. So there's a lot more pressure and tension on that abdominal area. So it's very important that you got to engage your core throughout the entire exercise and make sure that you have correct posture, that your spine and your core together, they form sort of a bond. You know, you contract your core with your lower back as well, form sort of that good posture that you want throughout the entire exercise. You don't want to be leaning over when you perform the crunch. You want to keep your back upright so that you minimize the risk in your lower back as well.
Beautiful. I love that. Exercise number 2?
Exercise number 2 would be a inchworm, right? So she's going to demonstrate the inchworm into a plank jack. So you're going to be crawling as much as you can all the way, full extension. Then you go into a plank jack with your toes. You jump back and you crawl all the way back. So with this exercise, you're working the quads up into the hamstrings, into the glutes, lower back. This is a full body workout in one exercise. That's all you're doing. You crawl back. It's very important that you take a deep breath when you are crawling. Hold that breath, and once you go into your plank jack, you exhale, crawl back.
Okay. I mean, I can already see RUSHANA's paying very much close attention to her breathing. Yeah. How important is breathing as well?
Yeah, he has to remind me about breathing all the time. He's like, when we in gym together, he's like, you're holding your breath. You need to keep breathing, and then... Yeah.
Because that's where you actually overexert yourself by not focusing on your breathing. So you're so focused on what you're doing that you forget to actually breathe. You're in control here. You're in control of the exercise. Don't let the exercise control you. So that's very important. You've got to focus on taking deep breaths throughout the entire exercise. Control the pace. It's got to be a steady tempo.
Aye, aye, Captain. Heard that. Okay, exercise number 3. I believe you've got a bit of a squat star jump.
Yeah, it's a squat into a star jump. So we've kind of brought 2 exercises in one. So you go from your squat into your star jump, back into your squat. So what's important here is that you keep moving from your squat into your star jump. You don't give yourself a moment to actually stand still. We're constantly keeping the legs under tension the entire time. So it's quite a high intensity exercise. I don't know if you want to give it a try.
It needs a whole lot of coordination, honey. Yeah. I don't even know where I would, do you go down, do you open your legs? Okay, but concentration, you have to pay attention, know what you're doing so you don't injure yourself, and remember to breathe.
Yeah.
Okay, finally, exercise number 4.
Exercise number 4 is a bit complex and a bit complicated. It's a crab toe touch into a sit-through. So you're on all fours, right? You go across from there, you touch your opposite toe, you switch onto the other side, then you turn around onto all fours as well, keeping your knees bent, right? Then you perform a sit-through, 1, and then 2 on the other side, and then you go back into your starting position, and you repeat. It's as simple as that. It's a bit complicated, I must say, looking at it now. It actually looks a bit more complicated than what it actually is. But that's about it. And then you do your 2 sit-throughs as well.
Cross over, touch, and then you go back to the middle.
Yeah,
beautiful. Okay, so what I'm going to ask you guys to do, because that is essentially the 4 that you had prepared. If we were to put it together. Rushana's like, girl, I can't believe you're doing this to me. Yes, I'm doing it.
I can't believe I'm doing it to her either. But like I said, this wasn't planned, so unfortunately
no, shame, man. If you were to put it together, do a little bit of a combination for us. Put it all together from exercise 1, 2, 3, all the way down to 4. How would that look like? Maybe if you do 2 of 1, 2 of 2, 2 of 3, so on.
So ideally, you'd want to do all 4 after one another, back to back, every minute on the minute. So you do exercise 1 for 1 minute, then you move on to exercise 2 for another minute, exercise 3 another minute, exercise 4 another minute. So it's 4 minutes in total. And if you really want to push, then you're going to push for 4 rounds consecutively without rest. But I mean, that's not your beginner's routine. So if you can, you push for all 4 exercises, 4 rounds, 1 minute each. If you can't, you maybe dial it down 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off per exercise, but you still try and shoot for 4 rounds. It's going to take about 16 minutes, roughly. So what's 16 minutes of your day?
In your entire day, South Africa, it is nothing. And also, I truly believe in compound interest. So the little bit you do today gets compounded tomorrow by the little bit you do, and you keep doing it. Before you know it, you're a full-on bodybuilder. I mean, better you than me. But if you were to just show us again from the beginning, just recap exercise 1 to the bottom.
So exercise 1, you're going to do your 1, 2, 3 crunch, right? What's important is maintaining a neutral spine, focus on your breathing. You do your 1, 2, 3 into your crunch, as simple as that. Try and repeat for 1 minute without stopping. It's not as easy as it sounds. Look, it's a simple exercise, but you do it for 60 seconds. Give it about 40 seconds and you'll start to feel it.
Stamina.
Stamina. It's all about stamina endurance. Wow. That's the name of the game. And then exercise 2, your inchworm into your plank jack. What's very important here is that you keep moving the entire time. You don't want to allow yourself any time to actually stand and rest. You've got to keep moving throughout the entire exercise. So 60 seconds. Just tell yourself 60 seconds is not it's not a long time. You know, so you just try and get through the exercise second by second. Before you know it, your minute's over.
Beautiful. I love that. Yeah, I mean, girl, you're doing incredible and you're glowing, looking amazing like the MUA that you are, honey. Flawless, absolutely. Exercise number 3.
Exercise number 3, your squat star jump. What's very important here is because this exercise is of a high intensity nature, you've got to really focus on your breathing, which is very important. Otherwise, you're not going to see round 2 or 3. So you've got to focus on the first round, control your breathing, take it nice and easy, especially because we didn't really do much stretching. So during the first few rounds, kind of try and pace yourself, right? Focus on your breathing. Do it slowly because you want to ensure that you last the entire 4 rounds. Like we said, stamina endurance is the name of the game. And then exercise 4, your crab toe touch into your sit-through. This is the complicated one. So this is actually one where I really wanted to test you, especially, but unfortunately, I don't know if this was maybe planned. I don't know if you had foul intentions here, because I set this up for you especially. And now my poor friend has to do it over here.
Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to let you down. I'm going to go onto our social media platforms, and our social media team is going to capture me in today's outfit, heels and all. And I'm going to try to do the crab, toe touch, sit down,
I'd love to see that.
Squat.
I'd wait to see that.
Vibes. That's what I'm all about. Well, thanks, guys, so much. I mean, I've got a fun game with you coming up. Are you ready for it?
Okay. I'm all about games. Let's go.
Are you competitive?
Very competitive. I've been since I was in primary school already. I've had that competitive age. So let's see. I'm also a very sore loser.
I also love the fact that you're also going to be pushing the challenge onto Mzansi. So you're going to hear more about that coming up. Now you at home can decide whether you'd like to repeat this exercise process twice thrice, or go the full throttle by, of course, doing it 4 times, ensuring a full 15-minute workout. And soon, you'll have your own transformation story, just like these two. Now, coming up, as I've promised you, we've got that fun game with Rod.
REDAA.
Oh my goodness.
It gets complicated after a while.
You know what? As soon as you keep hanging out with people, your name just becomes one.
True.
See you after these.
Okay.